All right, we're going to be talking about experimental probability today. Here's your warm-up, and you're going to find the probability of each event. All right, so the first one, A or B occurring, you'd add those two probabilities together. C not occurring, so the sum of all of the rest of them. And A, D, or E occurring, so adding up A, D, and E. So we'll talk about experimental probability. So experimental probability is the likelihood of an event is estimated by repeating an experiment many times and observing the number of times an event happens. This number is divided by the total number of trials. The more times the experiment is repeating, the more accurate the estimate is likely to be. So our formula is probability is about the number of times the event occurs divided by the total number of trials. So a marble is randomly drawn out of a bag and then replaced. The table shows the results after 50 draws. Estimate the probability of a red marble being drawn. Okay, so we want to know out of 50, how many are red, and there are 15 red, and then total number drawn is 50. So 15 divided by 50 gives us about 0.3 or 30%. So the probability of drawing a red marble is about 30%. So same thing for green. This time it'd be 12 out of 50 and divide, and we have 0.24 or 24%. All right, so we're going to use the table to compare the probability that the Huskies will win their next game with the probability that the Knights will win their next game. Okay, so wins is what we're looking for out of total number of games. So we have 79 out of 138 and 90 out of 146. For the Huskies, that gives us a probability of about 0.572 or 57.2%, and for the Knights, 61.6%. Okay, so the Knights are more likely to win their next game than the Huskies. So they have 61.6 compared to 57.2%. All right, here's your lesson quiz part 1. Go ahead and pause here, write down the information from the problem, and then we'll go over these in class. Here's your part 2. Again, you don't need to write down every word, but write down the information from the problem.